Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Moments ago, a scene that's played here since 2004. Big Ben Roethlisberger greeted by this sold-out Heinz Field crowd. His Steelers getting set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And here comes Ben Roethlisberger out onto the field ready to lead the Steeler offense.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. First carry for Najee Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Landry now on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
1st down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Odell Beckham. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's McCloud from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Roethlisberger's throw complete there to Johnson. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Browns D locked in on third down, brings up fourth. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. The numbers from last week's game for Ebron. 6 catches, 86 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
2nd and 11. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And, Charles, for this defense, yeah, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that can be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Remember on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown, and here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result, but still good enough for a quick first down.
Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it, for them to get downfield that quickly? And now first.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Baker Mayfield keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Roethlisberger. That's reeled in by Claypool. What a catch. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now Landry. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things, but take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player, and he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace up, do different things, and he incorporated that into his route running.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now Parkey for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Well, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifted.
And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Andrew Billings able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Take it at the 37. Landry brushes him off. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Mayfield on play action. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now a 2nd down and 6. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And some space here. The 20. 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0 Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Ray McCloud to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. In trouble, and he's taken down. Malik Jackson able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. Pushes him over. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Roethlisberger on the draw. It's Harris. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This is taken at the 15. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts the defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's third down. On third down, Mayfield. He completes it to Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And they can't bring him down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An even 100 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Play fake. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. Escaping the pressure. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Browns open the lead up to 34-0. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. 35 yards that time on the punt. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's straight.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play that time for Cleveland. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Baker Mayfield with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Parkey with the extra point, and it is 42-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
It's brought in by Harris. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Roethlisberger on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger under pressure, and down he goes. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Colin Kaepernick, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. A.J. Dillon, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Pushing his way through. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Mayfield finding Beckham, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route run.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So possession goes over here on the punt. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. Fights loose. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about him for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns continue to roll. Parkey with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steelers ready for their next possession.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger. Quick completion here to Johnson.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And incomplete.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
On second down, it's Harris. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry.
Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
His 5th touchdown on the ground, number 8 overall. And the Browns get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. This is fielded at the 27. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. They go with Chubb on second down. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. This is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
Now the ball comes loose. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Roethlisberger. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Berry on to punt as he gets this one away. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down at the 28. 124 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Mayfield down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Parkey is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're
Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start.
Mayfield looks to throw.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And after one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now Chubb running right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football.
And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown.
Austin Hooper, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Browns are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead.
Parkey with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger, and his throw here's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh.
On the return, Johnson.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45.
Cleveland offense making their way out, and they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Oh, look at the juke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Following the penalty, Chubb. Taking it right down Broadway. And they are going to score again. Yet another
touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. He'll find Smith-Schuster, that's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Cleveland,
they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.